Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Real Man podcast. It is indeed a pleasure to coming to you with our inaugural episode. The Real Men discussion is a discussion group. It's quite simple. We're just a few brothers discussing what it takes to be a real man and navigating through this thing that we call life. We invite you to follow us on all of the major outlets. You can download episodes at iTunes and Spotify, Google Play, and Android as well. Also wanted you to keep in touch with us and follow us on all the social media platforms. You can follow us on Twitter at real_men 2021, on Instagram at real men 2021, on Facebook at Real Men Podcast 2021, and our email and YouTube channel will be realmen2021 at gmail.com. What is this thing called Real Men? Quite simply, we're four brothers talking about what it takes to be a godly man and navigating through this thing that we call life. I'm your host this evening. I'm Don Bell. I'm joined here by my lovely co-host my brothers, Orlando, Steve, and Melvin. And just navigating through this discussion, quite simply, we're just going to chop it up about some issues that we've both faced inside the home and outside of the home. So want to kick it off and give our founder, if you will, an opportunity to say hello. This thing has not just been brought by happenstance. This is the brainchild of Melvin Smith. So want to kick it over to him to say what's up, and let's go from there.
What is going on, man? This is man, this is really and truly a long time coming for me. Wow, it is a pleasure to be doing a podcast. You know, there are so many different outlets that you can minister to, and just do ministry from now. And podcast is one of the ones that people are doing so many things from right now, and we can really and truly reach an audience, that we probably could not reach, without it. So I just thank you all for joining me on this journey. And so how y'all doing? How you doing, Steve? How you doing, Orlando? What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm still standing, man. Took a couple shots this week, but hey, got a little wobbly at times, but I'm still on my feet, brother.
That's good, man. So you said you're still standing. So my thing is I'm just trying to stay out the way. I'm just trying to stay out the way, Doc. Oh my goodness.
Man, I think we are trying to stay out the way. Sometimes the way find you.
That's real true.
Yeah, and you become the stumbling block, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. All right, dear. So, all right, y'all. So we don't get into a little bit of the history a little bit later on, but just right off the cuff, what do real men mean to you all? Anybody can just go ahead and just start. What do real men mean to you?
Well, I think if you're talking about real men, you're talking about a man who's a godly man who knows the Lord and has a relationship with Jesus Christ, who honors God, and seeks to do so in everything that he does. But it's also a man who understands that while seeking to honor God, you live in a real world, and you have to, as Don said, navigate that and basically practice and be a part of that relationship with God in this real world.
Yeah, I'm going to check every box that Steve just mentioned, and just to add to that a little bit, we are men living in the 21st century, trying to do it according to God's principles, by God's ways. But the 21st century don't make it easy to do. And real men understand that. Real men understand that, trying to live according to the way God would have us to live does not mean you're not going to fumble the ball. But they understand that just because you fumble the ball, that doesn't mean that the game is over. that as long as you're willing to get up, stand in game, and continue to take in carries, that you get a chance to keep moving toward the goal line, that you get a chance to keep moving toward that spiritual Super Bowl. And to me, that's what real men embodies. Just being resilient, being family men, being men of the community, leading the way that God would have us to lead.
All right, that's good.
Echo all of that has been said. In addition, for me, a real man is just simply that, real, and from a standpoint of being real, realizing that a real man has flaws, realizing that a real man has issues, real men have challenges, and while we're grateful to God for his word and for men to help us stay on the right path. But quite frankly, we don't always get it, and we don't always get it right. And so what real men is to me is really an opportunity to grow and learn from those mistakes, learn from those challenges, learn from those miscues, if you will. And so that's what, I am learning as I'm evolving as a man, that real is not perfection, but realizing the imperfection that you have while you're striving for perfection.
Wow. That's good.
That's real
And
talk.
you all, one of the reasons why I wanted to do something like this is because we don't have a whole lot of platforms like this for men to actually listen to. Like you can probably pick up some here and there, but you really don't have a whole lot out there that's just having dialogue about trusting God, about talking about our imperfections, and then, our imperfection in trying to involve God in our lives. But then too, how do we pick ourselves back up? Because a lot of times when we have those imperfections, a lot of times when we make mistakes, what we do is we retreat to our corners, we retreat to our isolation places, and we I'm a counselor, okay? And one of the things I tell people all the time, I was like, when you mess up, when you make a mistake, don't run away from God. Those are the times that you need to run to God, okay? But what is our natural instinct? Just like Adam, when he messed up, what did he do? He retreated and he hid himself. And we haven't learned yet. We do the exact same thing to this very day. When we mess up, we retreat to our corners. We get stubborn. We don't want to talk to our wives. We don't want to admit what's going on. And
Right.
that's what's going on.
Yeah, we retreat to those prideful places, which is what they are. We retreat to that place of isolation where we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to put it together. And we can't do it in our strength, man. If that's one of the things that I've learned on this journey, is that I cannot do it in my strength. I don't have the ability to. I am going to trip up. I am going to drop the ball. Things are going to happen outside of my realm of control. And when it happens, I have to look to God for strength. He allows these things to happen so that he can get the glory in our lives. He allows these things to happen so that he can shape and form us the way he needs us to be formed. And we just have to embrace that and look for his hand in those situations, man. That's what we do. I think you hit the nail right on the head when you talk about going into our corners. One of the things that I tell young people as a mentor is that you show me your friends and I'll show you your future. One part of that is you should surround yourself with like-minded individuals. You should surround yourself with people that seek in the same things that you're seeking, people that you can reach out to, that's experienced the things that you've experienced. That's one of the things I've enjoyed about this fellowship of real men, being in this group of 4 brothers that's experienced similar things in life and had the same hurdles, and we're still working toward that goal.
Right. Wow. That's good, man. That's good. Well, something before we get started too much, something I think our listeners may want to know who we are.
Definitely,
All
definitely.
right. So I'll just go ahead and just start. My name is Melvin Smith. I have been married to the lovely Linda Smith for um, tomorrow will be 24 years.
Ooh,
Wow.
Oh
happy anniversary, man.
man,
Yeah,
tomorrow's our
Anniversary.
anniversary, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. It's
Wow.
it's been a joy. It's been a joy being married to my wife. She is she means everything to me. We have one child. His name is Tavian Smith, and you know, some kids. Well, we all have those experiences where we like have a come to Jesus moment and a
Mm.
life moment. Well, my son had one of them, and he is now in Bible college now, going after ministry, and I thank God for him. And what you all don't know is, guess what? I have a nephew that's down there too now.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. I was like, see, now that's how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have an impact on your people, on your
That's right.
surroundings. I was
That's
like, that's how
real.
you do it, man.
Absolutely.
So
That's
that's
awesome.
so that's good.
Awesome.
Um, my wife and I, we lived in a number of different places. I will cover that a little bit later on. We're from
Mhm.
Michigan. Um, we're living in Cleveland, Ohio right now. Actually, Twinsburg is a suburb of Cleveland, and I just have to say we are still avid Michigan fans. Go blue.
Oh man, here we go. Here we go.
So, anyways, we have we have done a number of ministries. One of the ministries that we have now is we have a 501c3, a nonprofit operation community. We that nonprofit, just works with our surrounding businesses um, and different individuals, just to help make our community a better place. We have our Operation Community Leadership Scholarship Fund, where we give to deserving seniors. We give them some money, we give them computer, just to help them through their way, just entering into college. And we want the relationship to continue through college as well. I am a minister. I actually got ordained down in North Carolina in
Mm,
2001, and
mm.
so that'll make it 20 years this year. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't even think about that, but
Wow.
so my wife and I have, we have done a number of different things. Right now, we're doing a Bible study. We've got blessings, like to start a ministry. So God has been opening up doors. We have people that have been donating to our ministry. We haven't asked for a dime, and people have just been giving, and I just thank God for that. Because God just is showing His approval day in and day out. So I thank God for that. That's enough for my part. Somebody else go.
Well, I can go. My name is Donald Bell. I'm actually junior. I am the proud and honored husband of Adrian E. Bell. We
Mm-hmm.
on the 21st of this month, we've been married for 21 years. Been together for 23 altogether. So that has been a wonderful journey. We have two wonderful children. My son, Donald Bell III, who just graduated from high school 2 weeks ago. So we are godly proud of him as he is about to
Right.
embark on his
Congratulations.
next step in life. And he has an internship in music production in Jacksonville, Florida, that he'll be taking off on here in 2 weeks. So very proud of him. We also
Okay.
have our daughter, the future CEO, and she kind of runs the house. My daughter, Adriana, she is a rising senior. So she is now a senior as of Friday was her last day. So yeah, so she's a senior now. So she'll be graduating next year. So doing some wonderful things. We reside currently here in Houston, Texas. I'm originally from Virginia. We've lived around a few places, and we'll kind of touch on that a little bit later. Been in ministry. Wow, that's funny. It was when my son graduated because I preached my initial sermon when my son was months old. So been in ministry now for about 18 years. Ordained, have served in different capacities as an elder, as an adjutant, as a administrator, as an executive pastor for a large church. And here in Houston now, prior to the pandemic, we were a part of a team that was going to be helping to start a new location here. We're blessed to be under the leadership of Pastor Keon Henderson and the Lighthouse Church here in Houston. And so the branching out to open up a new satellite location. And so we're excited about that. So now as things are opening back up from the pandemic, we're excited about getting that back off the ground and moving forward with that. But outside of the four walls of the church, if you will, my wife and I do have the opportunity to counsel couples and just share. Really, we are just real authentic and transparent people. And we really, really just share our experiences, our challenges, our bumps, our successes, our valley experiences, etc. And so that is something that we enjoy doing, is counseling and just sharing our experience. So that's me in a nutshell. Excited about this experience and this journey that we are taking, because I need it. I am a flawed real man, and so I have gleaned from these brothers in these last few months that we have been connecting, and so I look forward to it. So, as much as I am a host, I am a participant and a partaker of the information and the wisdom and things that are shared, because we're real men, we're real flaws and real cracks and real chips in the foundation and that sort of thing. And so this is where we come to get fortified. So
right. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay.
I'll go next. Stephen Polson. I currently reside in the Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina area, closer to Research Triangle Park, I guess. Been in ministry for 24 years now. And I am married to the lovely Yolanda Polson. We have two children, Hannah, who is 12, Micah, who's 10. And together, my wife and I started Fire and Desire Marriage Ministry, where we seek to keep worship in marriages, as well as challenge couples to remain in love.
That's that desire part, huh?
That's that desire part. That's that desire part.
Okay.
And also, I've served in many capacities in church as well. Musician, minister of music, Sunday school teacher, elder, associate pastor, and everything in between. Currently, I am one of the associate pastors at Nehemiah Christian Center in Durham, North Carolina. Superintendent Herbert Davis is our pastor and leader. And I'm looking forward to everything that this podcast is going to be. As we've kind of said, just a group of men who acknowledge their flaws and the need for real men, real fellowship. And I'm just grateful for how already been strengthened by the fellowship, and looking forward to doing some more.
Good evening. I am Orlando Hudson, married to Keisha Hudson, my backbone, my support, everything that a husband could ask for in helping to keep me on that straight and narrow. We have two daughters, Oriana and Eden, and my wife and I are both in the law enforcement industry. I have been in ministry for the last 17 years. I've been a part of my same ministry all my life, but actively involved, I would say, the last 17 years. And we've been married for 18 years. And I officially accepted a title in 2019. So I had my track shoes on running from that title, because I just didn't believe that you needed one to work in ministry. We all are tasked and challenged to work in ministry. Okay. And, I'm a motorcycle rider, love bikes, love life. outside of the four walls, my wife and I, in addition to what we do in law enforcement, we're both instructors and teacher at one of the local colleges here. We believe in mentoring youth and just letting our light shine and lead the way we should be leading. Like the other brothers, I'm so looking forward to this ministry, not just for who we're able to help, but just in what we receive from each other, and looking forward to receiving some of the outpour from the men across this country that just gives us feedback and share their experiences with us about the things that they've gone through, things that's strengthened them. Just looking forward to it.
Right. One of the things that I think that, that we know as men is that, we like hanging around each other. When we, younger, we had our boys, in high school and college, in those, early years, we had our boys that we hung around. The whole, they had our back, we used to argue, we used to even, have, fallouts or whatever, but eventually, we knew we had each other's back. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I needed them, I would just, hey man, I need you, Doc. All right, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. What you need me to do? And I think sometimes in as we get older and in life, we kind of miss out on that. We and a lot of times we kind of gravitate toward family. Gravitate toward, maybe even those that's kind of like in our closely knit circle, maybe in our churches, and just maybe places of work even, but not that much. But I think that we can, one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure every year we go into a new year and we say, you want to do something different. And one of the things that I have noticed, I was like, God has blessed me to live in many different places, and I have had the opportunity to meet some wonderful people. and I am not a phone person. Okay. I really don't like talking on the phone. Especially the men, I just have never really just talked on the phone to men at all. Actually, not until really I came here to, Cleveland. But and even then, it's just very sporadic. But I got to do better at that. And I wanted to do better. And just, reaching out to you all, I was like, I'm going to reach out to them brothers. I'm going to do better this year, and that's where, things kind of, started from. But before I even go there, I just want to, I wanted to kind of have like a quick blurb on how I met each and every one of you all. Now, the first one was Steve, right? We met you through a friend, which was actually your wife, Yolanda. Well, actually, you was coming around Nehemiah because, I was going to Nehemiah, and you and your friend was coming through there for a while, as guest preachers, if you will. And and I just kind of, met you all like through there. And I always kind of, I was like, man, this young man really got his head on straight. I was like, man, this young man know how to put his words together, if you will. I was like, man, he know, it seems like he knows what is going on with him, huh, Steve? So so that's how I met you in North Carolina.
Yeah, and I probably I don't think I paid you an offering, because I think it was you and Linda that told my wife basically she needed to check on me.
Get that offer, Melvin.
Yeah, I need to mail that to Twinsburg.
Your PayPal account.
Oh man,
actually, something. Actually, it was Linda, but I guess Yolanda was having something like a little dinner or something, and I saw y'all like talking in the corner, and I was kind of like being funny. Oh, am I interrupting something? I just kind of went away. But Linda actually told me, he was like, she think that can, that something can happen. I was like, oh, for real? You serious? And here y'all are.
Here we are.
Here y'all are. And next was after we went to North Carolina, and then God called us to go to Rockford. And then that's when we met the Bells. That was in 2004. Yeah, that was 2004. And I met Donald and his lovely wife, Adrian, and they were just, they were young like us. It wasn't a whole lot of us. So so we were just, we were just hanging around. Our kids was about the same age, and we went out a couple of times, and you was doing a lot of agitating at that time. Taking Bishop everywhere. He was driving Bishop everywhere, and I was like, man, this brother got it going on right here, man. And once again, just how you express yourself, how you was able to explain, what was on your mind, and what was going on with you and life and ministry and God and all that stuff. And even at that time, being transparent, even way back then, that was just impressive, and I was like, and I just told you recently, I was like, when we left there, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want Donald Bell to be a part of it. Whatever I do in the future, I was like, man, I got to have him a part of it.
Yeah, it was, I often say, well, it's no secret, God doesn't do anything by mistake or by just happenstance or whatever. But our connection in Rockford, I've connected with other people in ministry, but ours has been one that there's just been something unique and special about that connection. You'll hear me talk about my mentor, Bishop Ivy Hilliard, 100 times as we do these podcasts, so just prepare yourself. But he talks about life. You need to have a mentor that you ascribe to be like, someone that's, kind of been where you are looking to go. And then you have men on your level, your peer level, that you can hold on to, that can help hold you accountable. And then you need to have some younger brothers that you're reaching back for to kind of pull forward. And for me in Rockford, and even since then, Melvin, you've been that peer accountability, that brother that was, like you said, we were, young in marriage, young in ministry, young in life, young in parenting. So I think at that time, our kids, Tavian and Trey and Adriana were toddlers and preschoolers, and, just navigating through all of that. And so it was just, we experienced all those things together. And so, like you said, we were transparent. You share some stuff with me, I share with you. We had the opportunity to go to a couple of men's conferences and different things. So it's been special, and that relationship has lasted. And I'm a creature of habit. I got my partners that I've literally been friends with since middle school, and you. That's in my, that's in my core,
Oh wow, I'd have made that group, huh?
Absolutely. You did. You made that group. But yeah, it's a relationship that stood the test of time. Like you said, we don't have to talk often. There have been times where we haven't talked as frequently, but literally when I pick up the phone and call, it's just like we pick up where we left off. You've been a lifeline, you've been all of that. So it is, this was all that was in the making when we met 17 years ago.
Exactly. Wow. And the last one on this group that I met is the brother Orlando Hudson. And, when we moved to Cleveland, Ohio, I tell people all the time, God led us to Jonah's Temple. We had to find it. It was we was looking for it, and if you look at the streets, you got 2 Lee streets, and I kept going to the wrong one, kept going to the wrong church and everything, but finally got there, and I was like, something, this is where we needed to be. And one of the brothers, the church have just embraced us. I still call them family to this very day. And one of the brothers that I really connected with was Orlando. Orlando is special. There's no one in the world like Orlando. And it's funny because I had a chance just to observe him, how he talked and everything. You know, he was joking around, but when he did get serious, man, he was saying some deep things, man. I was like, oh, okay, cool, you know, and it was just, you know, one of them times, you know, it was it was in 2006. You know, that's when we you know, moved to Cleveland, and maybe it took that year, maybe the next year or something like that. But you know, reached out to him by telling him, I was like, hey man, you know, let's do a contest. And this contest was let's see who can lose the most weight. That was really our opening thing. I mean, you know, we said a couple of things before then, but really I was like, hey man, I gotta talk to you. And I'll talk to you later. But he said, man, you can't do that. You can't do that. I want to know right now what you want. He was like, what we got to talk about? So we went out to the parking lot, and I was like, hey man, you know, let's do this. And he was like, okay, cool, let's do this. And and ever since then, you know, it's been, you know, we've been cool. You know, we've been talking, you know, we've you know, went to men's conferences as well, you know, in Chicago, and did certain things. I mean, you know, he done had to, you know, help me out with some things, and I done had to help him out with some things. I mean, it's just that camaraderie, that connection as men, because, you know, I think, you know, men's connection is just different. It's unique, you know, in how we help one another, how we talk up one another, how we, you know, depend on one another, and even how we get upset at each other too. I think it's all a part of that. So I mean, you know, just Orlando and his wife, you know, we've been on vacations together, you know, and then, you know, them. I mean, I'm telling you, if anybody's made for each other, it's them two right there. They the life of the party, no matter where you go.
Hey, you know, I'm still that way to this day. You cannot walk up to me and tell me, hey, I need to talk to you about something, and I'm gonna tell you tomorrow. I'm gonna take a line from my brother Steve here. If you want to see me hot as pepper pudding, walk up to me and tell me. Walk up to me and tell me you want to talk to me about something, and you'll call me next week. Right. Oh my goodness, man. I will tackle you in the parking lot. And that's where we were when you approached me, man. We were in the parking lot. But man, I thank God for you. We have shared a lot. We've been through a lot. And it's hard to infiltrate my circle. Don, I'm a lot like you. I got friends that I've been rocking with for the last 37 years. Most of my friends are lifelong friends. And it's hard to infiltrate that circle, because I'm a giver of my time. I'm a giver of my, when I lock in with you, I lock in with you. And this relationship has truly been a blessing. And then to meet these two brothers, you know, I'm just looking forward to what the years brings us. And Melvin, I know this relationship has been God ordained, because, you know, through the last 10, 11 years, the way Ohio State has just been pounding Michigan in football.
That's tough.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's tough.
All of the text messages and memes. Oh, I'm going. You know, God has sustained this relationship, man, and I've been hard on you and the Michigan men up there up north. So yes, sir, and the spades games, you know, whooping you and Linda in spades. And, you know, when y'all do get one, taping notes and sliding notes up under folks' cabin doors on ships and stuff, man. So yeah,
that's tough. That is tough.
God has seen us through the years.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. You know,
you should have been.
You teed it up, bringing up Michigan in the intro. You teed that up.
Yeah. You're right. And I knew he wasn't gonna let it go either. So, so that's how we met. You all, you know, and you know, we're going to you know, we can't get everything into this one episode right here. So in our next episode, we're going to get into the groundwork in how Real Men came about, and how, you know, how we all just came together. It's it's truly interesting. I think you all are going to like it. So we're going to go ahead and sign off here, and we're going to come back, and we're going to just let you all know how this whole thing with Real Men actually came about. All right, y'all take care. We'll see you all later.
God bless.
God bless.